Hello everybody, my name is Alex, and in this video we are looking at 3 possible African civilizations that they could add in Civilization 6, maybe in the upcoming Runner DLC, or obviously they could add these beyond that as well. Now, all of these suggestions are taken from your comments, and as always, you commenters have come up with some brilliant ideas. For example, 2 of the civs on this list I doubt many would have thought of, and I certainly didn't before you commented them, so I think it's going to be an interesting video again. Now, if you haven't watched one of these videos before, the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to give a bit of history on the civ, very briefly just give some background, but then we'll move on to talk about sort of what leader they should have, what bonuses they should have, and I do that to varying degrees for each civ. For example, the first civ on today's list, I've left a lot of it blank and just want to throw it over to you. For example, they don't have a leader, I've not decided on one of them, but for the last one, I've pretty much put the whole civ together, or the vast majority of it, so depending on how creative I felt I could get with the civ and how much I knew about them from my research depends on how much I fleshed them out. Also, if I went sort of from top to bottom with every single civ on this list, the video would last forever, so I decided not to do that. Anyway, if you do go on to enjoy this video, please consider giving it a like because it helps me out massively, and also subscribe so you do not miss the next episode. Now, the first suggestion on today's list is the Kingdom of Benin, which is now part of southern Nigeria, and it's not to be confused with the modern day state of Benin, but it is confusing whether they tell you not to get confused or not. Does that make sense? Probably not. Anyway, this suggestion was brought to us by M. Earlier and Jack Mall, and for this one I've decided on the direction of the civ, and I've started to flesh out its bonuses, but there is definitely still work to be done. The kingdom was prominent from around the 11th century up until its annexation by Britain in 1897, and it was one of the oldest and most developed states in Western Africa. Now, the civilization is famous for a variety of reasons, but in this video I wanted to focus on 2 specific ones. The first of these is their skill in art and culture. Their artifacts of bronze, iron and ivory were of incredible quality, and when they were dispersed across the world following the kingdom's fall, they were so powerful and sophisticated it forced a re-evaluation of views on African people and inspired many European artists and their styles. Another major triumph of the Benin people was the Great Walls of Benin. Now, the walls which surrounded present-day Benin City in Nigeria, not Benin, that's not confusing at all, were likely constructed between the 13th and 15th centuries, though some have suggested they were constructed as early as the 1st millennium, which was a long time ago. According to Jack, they are the largest man-made creation to ever exist, and the HomeTeam History channel, which was a great tool for researching all this stuff, stated that the walls were 4 times larger than the Great Wall of China, emphasizing what an incredible feat their creation was. It is in these 2 areas that I would like to see Benin's bonuses focus. To celebrate the kingdom's great artistic skill, the civ should be geared towards a tourism victory. Perhaps bonuses to great writers, artists and musician points to attract more great people, and a unique district which can hold a larger amount of great works. I think the Great Walls of Benin as a tile improvement would be amazing as well, and surely they would have to be in there considering the scale of the achievement. In addition to giving defensive bonuses, because they are walls after all, maybe each wall tile could provide 1 additional culture if adjacent to another wall tile, which in the later game gets accompanied by additional tourism as well. There's so much more that we need to figure out to flesh out this civ though. Who is the best choice to lead them, and what should their unique unit be, or could the Great Walls of Benin be a substitute to a unique unit, seeing as my suggestion already sees them having a unique district? Let me know what you think to all of that down in the comment section below. The next civ I had to put on here was Morocco, because I really enjoyed playing as these in Civ 5. It's as simple as that. Now, since the first Moroccan state was established in 788, between then and now, Morocco has fluctuated between in the large part being an independent nation, but in certain spells being subjugated to control from European powers, including Portugal, France and Spain. Now, I quite like the direction that Ahmad Al-Mansur's Morocco was taken in with Civ 5, with additional gold and culture from trade routes and the Berber cavalry unit, which attained defensive bonuses for fighting in homeland cities or on desert tiles. The Berbers are basically the prominent ethnic group of Morocco even to this day. The cash by unique improvement, which gave additional food production and gold, in addition to 50% defensive bonuses, was also pretty nice, and it also helped to make Morocco a really defensible civ. I guess the one focus I would definitely add to the Moroccan civilization though is mountain adjacency bonuses. Now these are big in Civ 6, and geographically mountains are a big part of Morocco's terrain, so it's pretty much like a match made in heaven. I'd suggest the districts such as the campus or holy site get 50% more mountain adjacency bonus, or maybe even throw in a unique Moroccan theatre square that gets culture or great person points depending on mountain adjacency bonuses to help them achieve that cultural/tourism victory. Either way, Morocco is certainly a save I would like to see in Civilization 6 soon. Okay, this last one is a big one, and it took me a while. So, the final African civilization I chose to talk about in this video came from Seamus Johnson, and that is the Marina or Madagascar. I put a lot of research into this to accompany Seamus's initial comment, and I really started to construct the foundation and bonuses for a civ here. Now, the Marina people were a rather advanced Madagascan civilization who achieved things such as a well-developed social structure relatively early on, and had completed the building of elaborate irrigation infrastructure, which sounds fascinating, and also productive rice farms in the high plateaus of Madagascar by the 18th century. I joke, but this was really a fantastic innovative achievement. For Seamus, the civilization should be led by Queen Ranavalona I. Now, she was quite the controversial queen of the Marina between 1828 and 1861, at a time when they were certainly the dominant power on Madagascar. The defining factors of the queen's reign were self-sufficiency and isolation, largely to oppose European imperialism, willingness to progress technologically, and religious resistance to Christianity. So in lots of ways, these steps were actually quite successful, with Madagascar retaining sovereignty throughout her reign, and the civilization was one of the last African territories to succumb to European imperialism at the very end of the 19th century. She also held back Christianity through her reign, showing she achieved that objective as well. By the way, as Seamus pointed out though, Ranavalona's reign in many ways had some serious flaws. Through policies like forced labour, the Queen certainly contributed to the population of her people falling from around 5 million to 2.5 million between 1833 and 1839. But with people like Genghis Khan in the game, and a lot of the civs in the game having bits of their history I'm sure a lot of people wouldn't be proud of, I'm not convinced this would be a stumbling block for her inclusion. So let's talk about bonuses, and to best represent this civilization and leader combination, I would like to see a number of things. Firstly, because of her fierce opposition to the conversion of the Madagascan people to Christianity, maybe Ranavalona could get religious bonuses that make her religion particularly resistant in cities that she's founded. This would make converting Madagascan cities hard for other powers searching for a religious victory, and provide Ranavalona with a really strong base to attempt her own religious victory. Additionally, because Madagascar successfully opposed European imperialism for a particularly long time, the civs bonuses should in part focus around additional defensive strengths against civs who start on a different continent to what Madagascar does. Now, combined with the leader bonus, this would make Madagascan cities hard to both religiously convert and also militarily capture. For a unique building, I would go for the Marina Farm to reflect their innovative farming methods. Now, the Marina Farm, in my opinion, could be a replacement for the aqueduct, but obviously you might think of something else. And this improvement, or this district, I think should be able to be built on almost any land tile and provide a substantial bonus to housing, maybe something like +6 or +8 and an amenity. Now, combining all of these bonuses, this should allow Ranavalona's Madagascar to be a large, defensible civilization, which with her focus on religion, should be a strong candidate for a religious victory. What other bonuses would you give to the Marina or Madagascar civilization, and can you think of a unique unit? Let me know all of that down in the comment section below. So there you have it, 3 African civilizations I would like to see added to Civ 6 in the future, and these were taken from your suggestions. Now, in the next few days I will start work on the Americas installment of this series, so if you did enjoy this video and want to see another one of these, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel. Actually, if you don't want to wait that long for the next video and you haven't seen the previous installment, which was Asia, then follow the link somewhere on the screen and you can watch that now. Anyway, thank you so much for your continued support on our Civilization 6 content, and whether I used your idea or not in this video, thank you to everybody who keeps commenting. I do massively appreciate it, and I try and reply to every single comment. Thank you so much for watching this video today. I'm Alex, and I will see you in another video soon.